Hi guys, in this video I'm going to be talking a bit about the cycling facilities and activities that are in the area. It's a very well-known area for cycling because we've got the Promenade Coastal Path, which leads the whole length of the coast of Wales. That's National Cycle Route 5. Yeah, and that goes from I believe it goes from Chester all the way round to Cardiff. It's either Cardiff or Swansea. It's not a cycle path all the way. We've just been linked in Rill with the new harbour bridge, which means that there is a continuous cycle path from Prestatyn to Bangor. It's a really good path actually, because it follows the prom. There's no hills in it because it's at sea level. The only problem with it is that you've got to contend with pedestrians and dog walkers and other cyclists, and it can get very, very busy in the summer. There can be an awful lot of people using it. But when the weather gets nice and it gets a bit warm, I normally cycle to college along the coastal path, and in the mornings I regularly see just a couple of cyclists that I normally always see on a Thursday morning. Talking of college, that's where I'm going today. That's where I'm heading to. So I'll take you through. Someone mentioned that I didn't really mention all the little. Someone commented saying that I didn't mention any of the little towns or villages that I was going through. So I'm going to do that from now on anyway. So we're in Towyn at the moment. We've just come out of Kimnell Bay. And then we're going to be heading up to Ross-on-Sea. So the next little village thing that we're going to go through is Pensarn, which is a suburb of Abergele. We're not going to be going into Abergele itself because we're then going to go on to the A55 and then bypass quite a few towns. So yeah, like I say, cycle facilities in North Wales. We cater for quite a broad spectrum of cycling. We've got the Marsh Tracks racetrack, which it's getting very well known now. That's been up and running for a few years. It's not just one track as well. That whole compound incorporates a 1.2 kilometre race road track, which has got lots of nice turns in it and sort of a little bit of hills added in there. We've then got the BMX course, which I haven't had a go on yet, but it looks really good. And also there is the newly finished mountain bike course, which I had a few little goes on whilst it was still being made, and it was really fun actually. I'm not a proper mountain bike enthusiast, and I'm not very good at it. I can't do all these jumps really fast or anything like that. But I do like mountain bike, and I like riding along trails and stuff. And well, that's pretty much it in terms of road biking. There's not much else really around here. You can, with road biking, you can go on the road and you can go on the shared use paths and things. But there's nothing specific to it really, apart from marsh tracks. The nearest velodrome is Manchester, which I have had a go at, and that was sort of really enjoyable. There is also, yeah, that's pretty much it in regards of road biking. There's loads of there's loads of BMX tracks around, sort of little parks and things. That's quite good. They're quite evenly spread out. There's quite a lot of them actually. When it comes to mountain biking, we're quite fortunate really to have all the hills around us, because we've got the closest main specific mountain bike thing is Llandegla Forest, which I uploaded a video of me and a few mates going around there. That's a really, really good facility. It's a few miles long. There's loads of different routes catering for different skill levels. There's even a little walk around the lake there, so walkers can often sort of go up there and sort of enjoy themselves as well. You can hire bikes, which is what my two mates did. They hired bikes because they were a bit better quality than mine. And yeah, you can just have loads of fun there. But non-specific tracks are all over the place. I mean, what I mean by that are things that haven't been made specifically for mountain biking. They've been made for walking or something, or they're just things that people have trekked. Now you see, I am just to stick this in there. I'm very low on fuel. So there is a chance that I might just conk out just before college. I don't, on my car, I don't have any sort of distance left or how many miles left, but I mean it'd be pretty low by now. The reason I'm waiting all the way to college is that, well, it's cheaper at college, but if it needs being, like, things get a little bit dodgy, yeah, I'll have to stop off somewhere on the way. But back on track now, quite literally. Yeah, there's on the hills, like we're just passing one on the left, the Abergele Hill, which I've been mountain biking on well, not recently. In December I went up there. There's loads of little trails and tracks and all kinds that people have just created themselves up there. So, I mean, they are normally just little trails and tracks. There's not too many jumps in there unless kids have been up there and they've specifically made jumps. The majority of it is just little trails and things, little woodland trails. And in terms of the legality of cycling up there, I can imagine it's perfectly legal, because there's no signs saying no cycling. There's often signs saying no mountain biking, but I mean, that's just obvious, really. Yeah, so walkers, cyclists, dog walkers, all kinds of people can go up these trails. The one main thing you've got to sort of like be concerned about is poo. Poo is one of the main things that you've got to be wary of. There's dog poo and even human poo at sometimes. You've got to try and avoid it, really. It's not very nice to sort of go through and then have to clean off your wheels. Yeah, so I mean the one main thing that brings cyclists and any kind of people to North Wales really is the scenery. Like you can see now, that little town over there, that's Ross-on-Sea, that's where we're heading. That little hill that we've just been over is Llandullas. And we're going to come off at Colwyn Bay in a minute. And the time's good, so I might just go along the prom and then sort of show you what's along there and go past the old pier on the right. Yeah, so like I say, we've got on the right now is the coastal path. It's a really lovely path. In summer it gets really busy, but at this time of year it's quite quiet, just dog walkers and things. I mean, the other thing with dog walkers is that, I don't know if it's just around here, but they all seem to stand on the opposite side of the path to their dog with the lead between them. There's been so many times when I've nearly gone into the lead. I've just got sick of it. What I'll do now is go really, really slow when I'm approaching the dogs anyway, just in case they do run out, because once I did hit a dog. Unfortunately, I didn't have it on camera or anything, but I mean, the owners were very strange about it. They didn't shout at me or anything. They didn't have a go at me. All they really did was just pick up the dog and say we should have had it on a lead. They didn't apologise. They didn't ask for me to apologise. Yeah, it was just really weird. But I mean, my bike wasn't damaged. That was sort of one of the main things. It was a low speed impact. The dog yelped a little. I mean, I felt horrible, sort of terrible for the dog, really. Yeah, I wasn't happy. I would have happily apologised. Although they should have had it on a lead, or they should have grabbed it at least. I mean, they could see that I was approaching. So. But that happened quite a while ago now. Yeah. Yeah, so we're in Colwyn Bay now. Just going to head on to the prom, and then pop up to Ross-on-Sea, where the college's at. And it looks incredibly busy here. It's just mayhem. There's a skip lorry trying to get through. That Astra is letting this Astra go. Well, he was. Now the Mondeo's letting the Astra go, if the Astra is gonna go. Oh, come on, mate. Right, I'm gonna have to try and get out now. After this scooter. Yeah, so you can see the cycle path on the right now. It used to be really busy up here in the summer before this water sports centre just up here was built. The path, I mean, you can kind of see it used to go straight along the path. It used to just go straight through where that building was. I haven't been inside that building, so I don't really know what's in there or what the purpose of it really is. But I mean, it's called a water sports centre, so I can imagine water sports take place pretty much. Yeah, there's been a lot of coastal fixing going on recently. They're doing a bit of surveying over there at the moment, I think. I mean, they've got all this area cordoned off for something, I can't imagine what. They've got big banks of sand over there as well. They might just be... Oh, they're taking down the pier, that's what they're doing. See, because all this side's cordoned off as well. So, oh, that guy had a little jump then. Yeah, this area is quite badly hit with the floods. I mean, there's loads of videos online on YouTube and on the news and stuff of the massive waves just battering this area. It's terrible, really. I mean, I would hate to get caught out in it. But I mean, I guess melting ice caps, low pressure. It all adds up, really. So, yeah, I mean, you just got to roll with the punches, which I guess the council are trying to do. They're trying to get back on their feet now. I mean, if we thought it was bad now, it was bad before, in terms of the finances and the money that the council have got. I mean, it's a hell of a lot worse now. Because now they've got to budget for, well, coastal sea defence and repairing it. Little scooter man's gone that way. He's probably going to try and cut up to the roundabout. Well, on another note, it looks like I'm going to manage to make it to college. Whether or not I'll make it to the fuel station inland or no, I don't know. But at least that'll be at lunchtime, and at least I'll have loads of time to figure that out. I know there's loads of people who are probably gonna comment saying it's stupid, sort of letting your fuel go really low and then running the risk of not being able to get anywhere. And I understand that. It's just me being stubborn. There's also another subject that I want to talk about, but I might do that this evening. I might do it tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, because I've got things on tomorrow. Who's going to put that sign in the middle of the road? Yeah, so I might talk about that subject. I'm not going to really mention it at the moment because it's, well, I can't be bothered, to be honest. I could mention it, but something you'll have to wait and see anyway. So yeah, I'm just coming up to the college now, which is sort of this is kind of Ross-on-Sea. I'm not quite sure where it starts. I think it starts at the motorway back there. But, yeah, I'm running on fumes, which isn't very good, but maybe another 40 quid gone when I get to the fuel station. My foot wasn't on the brake pedal properly then, so I wasn't happy. Right then, well, I'm going to say bye now. I'm just coming up to the college. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.